In this video, we're going to be looking at how Netrunning blows other games' hacking systems out of the water in more ways than one. And I just want to say, being able to entirely knock out an enemy camp with hacking, and then just leave one guy so you could walk up to him and tell him to game end himself, is the coolest shit I've ever seen. There's a high chance that you aren't fully aware of how Netrunning and video game hacking are so closely related, yet so different in quality. By the end of this video, you'll understand not only the ins and outs of Netrunning, but also the ways in which CDPR uses Mike Pondsmith's foundations to elevate video game hacking to a new level. I'm making this video because gamers need to see that AAA games don't have to be subpar. You can innovate, make mistakes, and profit off of a truly good experience all at the same time. And by the way, towards the end of this video, I'm going to be sharing a very niche tip on Netrunning, so be on the lookout for your next playthrough. In Cyberpunk 2077, Netrunning follows the form of hacking that's done with your machine-modified eyeballs. It has 1,000 million different niche applications within the actual world of Night City, but in the game specifically, Netrunning mostly follows the intelligence skill tree and allows you to hack people's cyberware. From pinging someone for enemy positions all the way to burning out their synapses, you can get away with a lot by Netrunning. Netrunning is an objectively cool endeavor and something you can only get away with in a distinctly dystopian mechanized envisionment of the future like Night City. You equip a cyber deck as your character's main operating system and throw some quick hacks into it like short circuit, ping, and synapse burnout, so that when you scan someone, something you do very often, you can quickly hack them into a coma. It provides such a unique way of playing the game that I'd liken it to having the option between stealth and guns blazing. For example, you can approach a gig where you have to sneak into a Tiger Club bar and flatline a gonk called Jotaro. There's the sneaky option, going around breaking necks and smooth talking your way to him. There's the front door option, where you shoot up the place until you finally reach Jotaro and game end it. And finally, there's the Netrunning option, where you just double jump up to his window and hack him to death. It's so unlike any other game's hacking or combat systems in general that I couldn't help but make this video on how much fucking fun it is. CDPR deserves commendation for the way they took this relatively brief aspect of Mike Pondsmith's world and really brought it to life. Before, Netrunning was simply a brief sketch, an outline, but after Cyberpunk 2077, it got fixed. It became a fully realized piece of art, brought to life with color and proper shape that you couldn't see anywhere else. Speaking of anywhere else, AAA games have long since never understood how to make hacking in video games fun. From the Ubisoft Watch Dogs press button and your phone just does shit, to the somber type characters in gaming that just beep and hack you. Hacking in AAA games is never satisfying or fun. It feels more like an ability skin rather than anything cool. Where Cyberpunk's hacking feels like you genuinely understand a seemingly deep and complex system and are hacking your way through enemies or looking around for electronics in the environment to use to your advantage. Other games make you feel like a goddamn superhero that can just do shit. Take every Watch Dogs game's hacking powers, for example. Besides the racial profiling that the game lets you get away with, there is nothing that could not be done or explained away with telekinesis. I say all this in order to demonstrate how AAA games will deliberately take something with infinite coolness potential as realized as in Cyberpunk, and ignore the fun part to use it as some bland ability to appeal to slightly techie people. I've played and beat all 3 Watch Dogs games, and I did have fun, but I was not shocked with enjoyment. I was passing the time with these podcast games that simply could be so much more. It's as if Cyberpunk has enlightened me to what could be, and it should enlighten you too. If you disagree with me or have a tidbit or anything to share at all, then please, by all means, the comments. Please subscribe. Just quickly, the way they portray Netrunning in the Cyberpunk Edgerunners anime through Lucy and Kiwi is also fantastic in my opinion. It has the fluff from the game that, let's be real, not many people mess with, whilst retaining what's actually going on under the hood of a Netrunner. And through offhand dialogue and environmental storytelling, they demonstrate the difference between a combat kind of runner and a more strict deep diver kind of runner with the ice baths and chairs in Lucy's backstory. Also, look at the way they animate a quick hack being used on Atom Smasher. It's just so peak. There's a reason more games don't try to innovate like this. But they should. Not only does it benefit the customer and the creator, it would also push gaming to new, unforeseen heights that people just don't understand. Games typically don't innovate like this because, well, why would they? It's statistically more profitable to make some bullshit. Well, I know why they would. If they already have experience making a game that innovates in its genre, is faithful to the source material, and made enough bread to support the company's expansion, it's simply the correct choice to gamble and experiment. And what companies like Ubisoft and EA don't understand is that these experiments, in reality, are not actually gambles. Take Activision's blunder with Ghosts and the futurization of COD with new mechanics that took it from a boots-on-the-ground shooter into something relatively unseen at the time. Sure, at the moment it wasn't well received, but people came around after an admittedly long time. So let's weigh the options then. Make some bullshit for a quick bag, lose all the trust with the people, lose all sustained profits after launch, and miss out on creating art that changes lives for the better. Or make something filled to the brim with passion. Not only get the quick bag from the launch, but also gain trust with consumers and change lives with your art. Sure, an experiment can be botched, but if you don't experiment, then you'll never grow as a game studio. And that goes for life too. Filling a game with battle pass bullshittery isn't 1% better every day, it's regression. I am not complacent. I do not give money to slop, and you shouldn't either. Let's support life-changing art together, because who else will? And then I couldn't help but think, what if more games did this? What did we miss out on? Well, firstly, what about Watch Dogs Legion? Play as any NPC is such a mindfuck to even begin to implement. There's only two real options. Option A, make every NPC boring and procedurally generated in order to cater to the large amounts of NPCs needed, resulting in double ups and whatnot, but at least the system works. Or option B, curate 100 to 200 NPCs that require special things done, which is simply not feasible, especially for Ubisoft. Well, I guess option A, right? Well, if you said yes, then I want you to reevaluate how you think, because I just arbitrarily told you there's only two rigid options, and you just bit at one and ran with me. Think for yourself, think aloud, and think in my comments and my Discord, and tell me what you think would work, because gaming doesn't need complacency and yes men agreeers. Gaming needs free-thinking artists that push boundaries and change the industry for the better. So, that niche tip from the beginning. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video, blood. If you want to see me talk more generally about Cyberpunk and review how it is a testament to AAA endurance and creativity and much more, then click on that video, this video. Goodbye.